It kind of goes against everything we hear about millennials. You know the stereotypes. They're the selfie generation, self-absorbed and overly pampered. They're also the largest generation in this country and a growing part of the 1.6 million people in this state who volunteer. In fact, 30% of us spend some time volunteering, donating an average of 38 hours per year to community service. And the key to getting involved all starts with taking that first step.
In addition, you see around here some of our kind of classic exhibits.
Giving us a tour of the Gates Foundation building where she works in human resources.
Highlighting the fact that girls carry more water than boys. So that's right, it's pretty heavy, yeah.
27-year-old Almira Anwar says despite dedicating her workday to an organization tackling critical problems around the world,
you would actually pick this up and you would use the vaccines at the top first.
She wanted to do more for the city she calls home.
For me, volunteering is something that I think you do not because it's your job, but you do it because you care about your community.
So she talked to a friend about volunteering, but like so many, didn't know where to look or how to help.
We literally opened up Bing and started searching for volunteering in Seattle, and Seattle Works was one of the first organizations that came up.
It has to start somewhere, and that's what we're really proud of doing at Seattle Works, that kind of point of entry for people who are wondering how to plug in, how to make a difference.
Ben Ruler is the executive director at Seattle Works, a nonprofit and matchmaker of sorts, connecting local nonprofits desperate for a helping hand with companies providing a volunteer workforce and individual volunteers ready to pitch in.
And in doing so, you're going to meet wonderful people, you're going to explore new neighborhoods, you're going to melt the freeze, and hopefully you'll fall in love with other causes.
Collaboration to build communities, whether it's working with rescued baby goats, transforming a garden for senior citizens, or revamping a play space for abused and neglected children. Look at this overgrown community garden in Seattle. This is what it looked like after a team of volunteers transformed it.
Volunteers are so critical.
Gail Johnson is with Northwest Harvest, which collects and distributes food to roughly 375 food banks across the state. Volunteers save the organization about 50 full-time salaries, allowing those offering up their free time to realize the fruits of their labor.
At Northwest Harvest, you can see it right now. You pack the food, we tell you how much pounds you've packed, and it's going to go out the next day throughout the state. And the volunteers love it. They feel that they are contributing to this community, and they are excited about it.
Those of us who volunteer have more peace in our lives. We feel more sense of purpose, and that's addicting.
Hooked, you could say, on having a sense of purpose.
So even though I work for somewhere phenomenal, going and volunteering in my free time gives you an entirely different feeling because you're doing it by choice.
It's balance.
It's a balance, totally.
The next generation of professionals putting community at the forefront.
If you would like to try volunteering, Seattle Works is hosting a big volunteer day in just weeks. It's called Seattle Works Day, Saturday, June 17th from 12 to 3:30. More than 1,000 volunteers will be taking part at 50 different nonprofit locations around the Seattle area. And it ends with a big party at Pyramid Ale House in Soto. If you'd like more information, just go to seattleworks.org. It's actually a great low-pressure way to go out, you join a team, and you get to experience volunteering.